What's up, fitness friends? Chris here from diaryoftheoaf.com, coming to you today to talk about a new app I found called Strava Run. It's a great app. I highly recommend it. I had been using Nike Plus Running, as you can see there, but I kind of got hooked on this one when I was searching for some of the new features that are included with the iPhone 5S. That M7 processor has some additional features that you've probably heard about for movement and tracking and things like that. But Strava's a really neat app. Let's jump right into it. When you first jump into it, you'll notice that it's geared ready to go. You can see my GPS signal's good. All I really need to do now is hit the record button and it starts recording what I'm doing. So I'll hit it, and if you'll notice, it auto-paused itself. Why? Because I'm not moving. I'm standing still. If I were to take off running, it would take off and start counting again, and it would record. But this is one of the neat features that I really like about this, because if let's say you're running a sidewalk and you get to a traffic light, you don't want to be punished because you're having to wait for traffic or wait for somebody to pull out so you don't get hit. So this is a really cool feature. It also ties in with another feature we'll talk about later, which is the Instagram feature. But for now, we'll just continue to talk about and move through the app. If you slide your thumb over to splits, you can see that it's going to record your split times in the mile. That's really handy to know. That's a good thing to keep up with. If you go back this way, you'll notice that it also tracks segments of your run. This is a premium feature, a feature which I probably will end up buying because it's kind of neat. But what you can do is you can break your run down into segments and then make challenges within the segments. You can challenge yourself or you can challenge other people. It's kind of a neat way to get a little competition involved to help you to pick up your pace and do a little better in your run. But the app itself is really kind of simple, but it does some really neat things on the back end, which we're going to go ahead and jump right into. I'll go ahead and stop this again. When you get to the home page or the activity feed of the Strava website, it kind of presents you with your runs, and you can look at yourself or you can look at friends that you may be following. You can see that I did 2 runs today. I did a run at lunchtime and I did an afternoon run. It tells you the distances of the run and the times of the run. If you'll notice, I am pretty slow. It's because I'm old and out of shape. I'm trying to get back into this fitness thing. But you'll also notice that it tracks some other things. It tracks like my best estimated 2-mile effort. We'll get over here into this screen, and it shows my summary for the last 4 weeks, which really I've only been using this thing for a few days. But you can see my recent achievements. Today I got my best 2-mile effort, and I got my second best time, and the 1K, second best half-mile time, and third best at 1-mile time. So it keeps up with that for you. It gives you something to strive for, something to shoot for. It's kind of neat. And we'll go down into the activities for today, and it says ran total. Let's see, I guess this is not just for today, it's for October the 7th through the 20th. I've ran a total of 8 miles. I spent 1 hour and 43 minutes running, and I've changed elevation to the tune of 621 feet. I do live in the mountains, so that's pretty easy to do. Makes your runs a little bit harder. Obviously, you can check out your maps and see what your run looks like from above. You can get your miles and your paces, and you can tell what elevation that you're running at. And speaking of elevation, it's also got this neat elevation tracker that will show you, like say this afternoon, I started out at about 2,400 feet or so, and I ran up to about 2560 something, and then back down again. Kind of neat to see that the higher the blue curve, the slower my mile time is getting, and the lower the faster. So you can see I speed up and slow down quite a bit. It's like, I like to call it wogging. I'll jog until I'm about ready to pass out, which may be a very short period of time, and then I'll take off and walk for a bit. and then I'll jog for a bit and walk for a bit. So that's why my thing is up and down. So hopefully as I get better in shape and I get more into this thing, that'll flatten out a little bit. We'll move over here into the next screen, which shows my afternoon run, shows the distance I went, how long I was moving, my pace per mile average. It would allow me to Facebook it or tweet it or whatever. We'll move over into the next screen. That will show like our map. If we click on that, we can get the full view of the map. We can also look and see that I took an Instagram picture while I was on that run, and that's another neat thing. If you see something really cool and you want to stop and take a picture, don't worry about messing up your time, because when you stop, the app is going to kind of pause, let you do whatever it is you're doing, and as soon as you take off running again, it auto starts for you. So that's really cool. And if you'll notice, there's a picture that I took while I was on my run that particular morning. It's a neat feature. I'm kind of one of these people that likes to notice my surroundings and see stuff, and I'm kind of into photography a little bit, so it was neat to see that. But overall, the back-end feature set of the application is, well, I think it's really good. The front end is really simple, like I said earlier. They do have some great premium features available, and you can see real-time segments. You can do pace zone analysis. You can see a suffer score. So like if you have a heart monitor, it works with a couple of different heart monitors, and they tell about it on the website. But you can kind of see what your heart rate was during any particular segment. And you can get it for 1 month at $5.99 or for a year at $60. And I think honestly I'm probably going to jump in and at least give it a month to check out the premium features, because I'd really like to check out the leaderboards. And the leaderboards are really neat because you can see how you did based on your weight for a particular section versus other people. You can see how you did based on your age. So it's really kind of neat. It tells you that you can analyze your segment effort and track your performance on a favorite segment over time, and it'll tell you if you have any friends actively running in the area. So the premium features are pretty neat. I probably will pick it up. It's going to be the app that I use for a while. I do have a couple more apps that I'm going to try that I have some friends have recommended, but right now this is my new favorite running app. I don't know if I mentioned this, but it also works for cyclists. So it's a good app if you're one of these type of people that likes to ride some and then also likes to run some. So check it out. It's at strava.com. And if you want to check out more of these type of things, come visit me at diaryoftheoaf.com. Have a great day.